My grandson is crazy about dinosaurs, as are most boys his age, and this grandma loves to make cards for him and his teenage grandson, my teenage grandson too. In this video, I am sharing many cards for boys and girls who might like dinosaurs too, made with favorite dies and a secret non-card making item that is perfect for adding a little colored checked pattern to our cards. Hello and welcome to Karen's Creative Cards on YouTube. I am Karen Heshik, and not long ago when cleaning out my craft room I came across an unopened package of wall repair tape, or drywall tape, which some people call it, and I know it was in my craft room, so I know I bought it for some kind of technique or idea I saw years ago and I really wanted to try it. And I almost threw it away because, you know, I'm trying to pare down the supplies and stuff in my craft room. But then I thought, you know, I think I should play with it first and see if I come up with something I like to do with it. It is rather wasteful, of course, to throw away a whole package, and I'm not going to repair any walls or drywall anytime soon. It's self-adhesive, so it sticks, and I'm going to show you that a little later when I demonstrate the card that I'm going to make. So it sticks well, and it creates a fun checked pattern, and I decided I really liked the look of that without any extra layers. So this is the first card I made. All the cards that I'm going to share today is using the Sizzix Tim Holtz. It's called Prehistoric 3 Dinosaurs die set. And again, this was the first card I made. Now all the details to all of the cards that I show will be on my blog, and of course there's links in the description to my blog post and also to the supplies I feature. Okay, so this one is You Are Awesome dinosaur card. I did use that drywall tape on the craft down here too, and then I even try some die cutting with it on there. So that is not a pattern with ink. That's the actual drywall tape, although I did, I think, color it brown. Now some of the smaller pieces that didn't want to stick too well, but this star, it's sticking to pretty good, so that's another thing that you can do with it. This is another card that I created. It obviously has a big dinosaur there and have a terrific birthday. I always wanted to try the Jacob's ladder technique, and I had pinned it and tried it on this card. And so when you open this card this way, you see that there are two ribbons going this way, and a happy birthday oval with another dinosaur there. And then when you do it this way, look, it magically goes over to the other side that has the X in the ribbon. So let's do it again. Now it's back over here. And this could be like a gift card or something too, so you could put other fun things in that, and it goes back and forth. Isn't that cool? I just wanted to try that, and it really wasn't at all hard. I put a link in the description to where I learned how to do that too. One of my grandson's favorite dinosaurs is the Stegosaurus. So I made this fun card for him. This is a Stegosaurus. You are dynamite. And then when you open it, look what happens. Stegosaurus pops up. This is the Burnston Bitty Ball die that I've used many times, and I really liked, I had fun with I came up with this Megasaurus Stegosaurus. You know, I just thought that was kind of cute. I think my grandson will like it. I really wanted to try to take pieces of, you know, the punch art or whatever to make a dinosaur and use the two balls, the two bitty balls together and have a big dinosaur pop up. I tried and tried, and I just couldn't get anything that I liked that looked like a dinosaur. So I'm not real good at designing with punch art or anything, or taking that apart. I'm kind of hoping Karen Burnston comes up with a dinosaur additional die set that you can make one. But in the meantime, this lays flat to mail. I use some magnets there, and then it pops up, and I think he's really going to like that too. My grandsons also love puzzles, so I couldn't resist the puzzle fancy die from Hero Arts. And I'll show that to you. It is a fancy die from Hero Arts, and it cuts a puzzle. So you can use it on the front of the card, as I have here, just as the top of the card. Maybe even take a couple pieces out and say "Missing You," which is what I did. And then I put one of those dinosaurs from Tim Holtz on an action wobble, and he wobbles and jobbles and moves, which is always fun for kids. But look what you get on the inside of this card. You get an actual puzzle, and it has a secret message from Grandma and Grandpa on it, and then when they put it together, they'll see the secret message, and it also has another dinosaur. And I'm going to show you how I created that card. I decided to take a piece of Sizzix metallic marble adhesive sheets. So these are really cool, patterned with marble and some metallic gold in there, and they're also self-adhesive. Now I haven't tried this yet, but what I'm hoping is excuse me, after I add some color to it and cut it with the puzzle and put it on the front of the card, I think it should just stick and stay together. When you first cut this, these edges here, they kind of stay together. So if you want the puzzle pieces to come apart, and I'll show you that on the one for the inside, then you trim it down. So I have a piece of the green marbled, and I was going to show you too. These are the action wobbles, the mini action springs that I'm going to use on the dinosaur in case you're interested in those. So I decided that I am just going to add some random color here. There's already a pretty pattern there, but of course I'm showing you the drywall tape. It's self-adhesive, so it sticks real well, and you can use it over and over, but if you eventually the colors will kind of muddy. So if I use it like a whole bunch of times and then I go back with a lighter color, that's going to pick up the ink that I used before. So we're just going to add a little bit of fun color here in a few areas. Even though there's already a pretty pattern there, I think it's cool to add this. It adds texture without any extra layers. So, and I'm just using a couple colors of Distress ink and my favorite blending brushes from Tailored Expressions. Let's see if we like that. So you can see it has that pretty pattern already, and then we just added some more interest with that drywall tape. So real easy to use, very inexpensive. Of course the package that I have will probably never be used up, but that's okay. I think I'm going to keep it because I've been enjoying playing with it. So I marked on here what I want to be the top, and that's to keep the pieces easier to, you know, that I always do it the right way. And I am going to run this through my Vagabond. So I don't know if that adhesive backing is going to work or not, but I'm going to try. So what we want is for this to be attached to the front of the card, and then I'm going to do a little trimming. Let's see if we can get that adhesive backing off and keep that more or less together. I'm gonna say I don't want to mess with it too much. Let's just get out some good glue. Oops, though, I forgot that I wanted to take a couple pieces out first. So I think I'm going to dry up that glue so I can take a couple pieces out and because I just think it's neat to say missing you with a couple pieces of the puzzle missing. We'll try that. That's going to be, I'm going to try to put this down on top. I'm going to trim that off in a minute. I'm going to put one of these puzzle pieces back on, raising it a little bit. With some mounting tape. I have the dinosaur ready to go, and I have Missing You, which is a die from Cutplorations, ready to go. So our puzzle piece front is on with that very cool pattern there between the drywall tape and that pretty pattern paper. Missing You was die cut with a purple mirror card, but I put a sticky back on here with Thermal Web's Easy Cut Adhesive. This type of paper doesn't like glue very much, so I made it sticky in advance so I didn't have to mess with glue. And we're just going to put that piece back on over there, raised a little bit. And then the Action Wobble it has adhesive on both sides, so I'm going to remove the top adhesive. And put our dinosaur on, and he will wobble, which is always fun for kids. Kids of all ages, right? I like it too. Now I printed a Stegosaurus, and I wrote a secret special message. You are dynamite. Love you tons. Sending hugs from Grandma and Grandpa. And after I printed it, and wrote that message, I used that die cut that I showed you, and I paid attention to what was the top and the bottom. Now, if I tore this apart and put it in something to send to them, it's very, very difficult to put this puzzle together because it is thinner cardstock. Now I tried stamping on thicker cardstock and trying to just use one layer, and that too was too thin. So what I played around with was, I'm not going to show you because it takes a long time, I also die cut this the exact same size so these line up perfectly, and in a very thick yellow cardstock. So, and then I numbered them, 1, 2, 3. Obviously, each row has a number. So I'm going to take this one apart and take this part and then glue those together and do it line row by row by row. And then once I'm done and it's all set up, I can tear it apart and put it in the plastic sealing envelope. You know, they sell these for like putting a card in, but I'm going to seal it in there, and then when they get it, they put it together to see the dinosaur and the special message. So we have our wobbly dinosaur missing you, which of course I am still, but there's so much more hope this year. I'm sure I'm going to be able to see and hug my grandchildren. I had fun creating these dinosaur cards for special boys, and challenge you to look around your house for products that can add fun patterns and texture to your handmade cards. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing, and thanks too for helping me share the joy of creativity.